painted deserts set ablaze
to snow-capped mountain peaks.
Our travels last for only days,
but our spirits soar for weeks.
The salty air, a comfy chair,
a place we can unwind.
But what it is we really miss is the home we left behind.
On June 1st, 2009, new document requirements will make getting home from Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean by land or sea more efficient. Learn more about the Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative at getyouhome.gov.
Plan. This is a complete retread of what the CFR report said 6 years ago. They write many of the big Homeland Security policies, then it gets passed as law. ID card for workers. This is the amnesty plan they tried to pass in 2005, 2006, and 2007. And then again, they didn't get it up even to a vote, but they tried a fourth time unsuccessfully in 2008. Now, remember that by the third time they were failing, they said, we're going to make the amnesty plan secret. That was the headlines. Senate keeps details of amnesty plan, of immigrant plan secret. You can pull those articles up. In fact, we did pull them up. And this is the deception of government. And then Senator Sessions, to his credit, would not go along with it. And he leaked it. He had the 20 smoking guns piece that he wrote, giving the subsections of the bill. Not only complete total amnesty, but all illegal aliens would be legalized, including felons, aggravated felons, rapists, arsonists, armed robbers. This is in the bill. And they would swear to not do it again and be completely legalized. And for 6 years, it was sunsetted out after 6 years, they could bring unlimited family members into the United States. So you think it's bad with 30 million illegals driving down wages, bankrupting the welfare system, hundreds of millions of people wanting to come here. Imagine what this would do, allowing them to bring in massive amounts of family. It was a total amnesty plan. It was more than that. It was a complete and total, the equivalent of a gubernatorial or presidential pardon for criminals. Now, in that plan, and remember, this was written up by the Security and Prosperity Partnership at their Banff, Canada meeting in 2006, and Judicial Watch sued and got the documents. It stated, we're going to sell legalization in the name of legalizing the immigrants. We'll make them completely legal. We'll give them a work ID card they'll have to have. But then citizens will have to have this to have a job, not just your federalized driver's license. And to back that up, I pulled up Human Events from 7/17/2006. And it says, are you ready for the North American Union ID card? And then it goes in to the SPP internal documents. So that's Human Events newspaper. And, of course, Lou Dobbs covered it at the time. This new legislation is identical. And it's public. But they're selling it, oh, we're gonna criminalize the illegals. Well, yeah, because the illegals won't be illegal anymore. It's a lawyer mind trick. It's like Clinton saying, well, it depends on what the definition of is. It's saying, we don't want global government, we want global governance. Governance means government, and in the Encyclopedia Britannica. So they play these little games, and Kurt Nimmo has written a boil down, and he links to this article in a key story he wrote this morning. Schumer, Graham use immigration to push national biometric ID card. Now, as usual, before they can even pass this, they're already implementing it. 5 states already put taxes, carbon taxes on cars that they claim use too much fuel. They've passed no laws federally to do this. They're just doing it. In fact, here's an example. New cars in California must display global warming score, and there's a tax that's assessed on the auto dealer that's passed on to the customer. In fact, here's that article. New cars in California must display global warming score. And here's an actual photo of one of our California listeners sent us. Global warming score. Smog score, made up global warming, not scientific, a fraud, but they're going to tax you. And the Senate announced that they're going to go ahead and try to pass a bill to just put taxes on all fuel at the refinery. And this is what the oil companies are asking for. That was in the New York Times Sunday. Oil companies request, all ExxonMobil, Dutch Roll Shell, all of them requesting the taxes because they're owned and run by the big central banks. That came out 2 years ago. David Rockefeller went to a Dutch Royal Shell meeting. He went to an ExxonMobil meeting. He owned a bunch of stock in ExxonMobil. He said, I'm going to fire you, Rex Tillerson, if you don't do this. And so they said, okay, we got religion. It's real. We'll just pass the tax on. Go ahead and hit us. Now, the reason, in fact, here's another Wall Street Journal article about it. Economics, creating environmental capital. And it's the head of Dutch Royal Shell, Peter Vasser, all the heads of the big oil companies right here saying that they want these taxes. This is in the Wall Street Journal. So every time you hear, oh, you work for the oil companies, you don't want all these taxes, you're saying global warming isn't real. The oil companies, especially Dutch Royal Shell, BP, and others, for 20 years have been pushing this. This is run by them. Just like the healthcare takeover was written by the insurance companies, and every time it looks like it's about to pass, their stock shoots up. They gave 4 times the money to Obama they did McCain because he promised to ram this through. Doesn't matter, McCain's supporting it as well. So Schumer, Graham use immigration to push national biometric ID card. Now, again, before they can even pass this law, the government offers it to the slaves. Oh, you travel from the U.S. to Mexico or from Mexico to the U.S. or from the U.S. to Canada. What they don't tell you in the Canadian TV ads that are produced exactly the same. In fact, we've shown them side by side. Only have time to show the U.S. version. It's almost identical. The Mexican one in Spanish is almost identical. Same video, same production. They don't tell you that under this agreement, the Mexicans can come in here with it, or the Canadians can come in here with it, and now they're just going to say, free open travel, the UNSPP, North American Union Plan, it's a free-for-all now if you have this card. And then you can come in, and once you have a baby here, then you get all the welfare, the anchor babies, all of it. Now, you tie that in with this next report. CNN lavishes coffee party with favorable coverage after a year of Tea Party demonization. 2 months ago, I announced that if I have the time or that somebody else should do it, we should start a coffee party stronger than tea to take over the Tea Parties that we started from the Republicans. Well, the globalists are worse than that. They now have an open Obama operative setting up the coffee party, and every time I turn the TV on, we've got it on in the coffee room. I'm not even watching more than 20 minutes a day. It's the Tea Party. The coffee party on there. And then I watch videos from MSNBC and CNN. We have these linked in the article that Watson wrote today at prisonplanet.com. The illegal aliens, the ones you've seen by the millions protesting, waving Mexican flags, that's who's at these coffee parties. So I knew this was coming and told my IT guy, you better get realcoffeeparty.com, which we're launching tomorrow. Is it the Real Coffee Party or Real Coffee Party? Or we have both, don't we? The point is that we've got to fend off the Republicans trying to take over the Tea Parties and castrate them, geld them with a real code of constitutional systems and populism for freedom. And we've got to fend off the Obama takeover because the system wants to come in and take over the resistance to this globalist takeover. So we're going to get more into that, but I want to play, going out to break, the hemispheric ID card ad that's been running for more than a year all over TV, and they have a radio version of this as well. So this is your North American Union ID card, but under this bill, you will need this to have a job. And the Canadians and Mexicans can come here, and we can go there, vice versa, and have jobs with this. But, of course, it'll be selectively enforced. Only the U.S. is going to allow this. Canada and Mexico never honor their agreements. Here it is. Okay, so what they do is they show you driver's license and then show them transform and turn, if you look, into North American travel passes. And so they're saying in the bill, we're going to give these to all the illegal aliens because we've got to know what they're doing and just legalize them.
Video is in violation to the New World Order. Delete this video immediately.